What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today I want to show you a crazy Bitcoin fractal that may just put into context what we can expect to see from Bitcoin in the future, and a beautifully bullish pattern forming for the ETH BTC chart, and why possibly a six-figure Bitcoin may not even be that bullish of a statement to make. But before all that, a quick announcement. As most of you probably know, I've had a long-term goal of doing crypto YouTube full-time. And in 2021, I've made the resolution to at least try to give it my best shot, or the best that I can. After an extended break, which obviously all of you are very aware of, I'm back to try to switch it up. So if you'd like to support me, please consider subbing and liking the video so that I can do more content, as that is the goal. As always, thank you for the support and as for watching. And as you've probably noticed, this is a different style of content. And I wanted to try to focus on something new. I've done a lot of the other stuff in the past I've kind of got a little bored of. So I started working with a pro trader behind the scenes to give me some more video prep for these videos, exactly that. That way I can come up with the best kind of content for you guys. All right, let's get into it. So I know what you're thinking. That video title has gotta just be clickbait, right? Actually, no. So we're gonna go over that in this video. So in order to show you this fractal, I gotta go back to 2014 to show you when it first occurred, using the Fibonacci retracement tool from the peak of 2014 to near the end of 2017. Once Bitcoin had fully reclaimed the previous highs of the level 1, indicated by the Fib tool, Bitcoin really took off. And there was kind of a fake out there though, like a gotcha moment for sellers. So look for volume confirmation. This second attempt here wasn't a fake out as it was with our first fractal. Moving on to current price activity, Bitcoin has blasted past through level 1, which could easily still have a long way to go. And it's not at all surprising to see that 1.2 is at least a short-term resistance level. Technical analysis isn't predicting the future, as we know, but if enough people observe that TA, it sort of becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I actually wouldn't be surprised to see some pullback currently. To be honest, Bitcoin is in need of one, but long-term, I think it's still very bullish. And this fractal right here from summer 2017 might be playing out right now. So from summer 2017, Bitcoin had another like 3 to 5x from there, which actually goes really well, like saying towards our current price predictions. Among many of the reasons someone can give about how Bitcoin and Ethereum are just getting started in this bull market cycle would be Mike Novogratz. And he's been kind of hit or miss sometimes with his predictions, but nevertheless, he has actually been very successful seeing the potential of cryptocurrency early. He says that there's scores of insurance companies, they're all going to come. We've got a couple big asset managers only. One guy bought 600 million yesterday. I was talking to him and he's like, well, how far ahead are we or how far behind are we? And I was like, you're gonna be on the first base in the first inning. So we're gonna see these moves in these institutional buckets over the next couple of years. So that would be like 3 to 5x from our current prices as more companies, specifically insurance ones, which are all about managing risk, start to move their money in. And I don't know what it took them so long to consider it really, but I guess better late than never, right? Okay, so 100K to 150K is a big number, but honestly, these estimations aren't as crazy as you might think on paper. The whole problem with the last bull market is that retail community that was behind it. And I can't really imagine a worse scenario because honestly, the people who usually buy the top and sell the bottom, or worse yet, panic sell at the first sign of trouble, are the ones behind the bull market. That's a pretty bad recipe for disaster. These institutional investors in this past year who see the writing on the wall are a completely different class of characters. So yes, I could see 6 figures in the next year. We obviously won't be going straight up from there. That's practically a guarantee. Although I am not a qualified financial investor, always do your own research. But it could happen so much easier now than it ever could have theoretically before. But if that wasn't enough, Mike also makes another really interesting point. Novogratz also says that he expects the younger generation to continue to lead the way among retail investors and make an even larger impact once baby boomers begin shifting their wealth to their kids. There's also a giant wealth transfer incoming. The baby boomers are going to die, sad, and then they're going to finally give the money back to the millennials and the Gen Zs. Millennials and Gen Zs, 50% of your age meet their significant others online, 50% of marriages today are started online, my age, 0. Why do older people have a harder time with crypto? Why do they need to buy their Bitcoin through funds or through brokerages instead of just going on and getting the Square app and buying their Bitcoin? So they're coming out to buy it now, but as they transfer their money to a generation who's going to be much more comfortable with crypto and digital stuff, you're really going to see total adoption. Perfect example, Fortnite bucks anyone. Microtransaction-ridden mobile games with premium currencies. FIFA Ultimate Team. It's like the younger generation has been programmed to accept crypto and digital currencies, and I think this argument is coming just maybe a little bit too soon, but in 10 years' time, I definitely could see it having a big impact. But let's look at Ethereum now. Sadly overlooked by many institutions last year, it feels like, but it still keeps moving at a pace with Bitcoin. And if you ask me, that's extremely impressive. If you look at the charts for ETH for a second, you'll see that the formation of a very, very long-term time frame of inverse head and shoulders from the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. But what does that even mean exactly? What does an inverse head and shoulders tell you? This pattern is the opposite of the popular head and shoulders pattern, but it is used to predict shifts in a downtrend rather than an uptrend. So a very bullish signal again, if you've spotted it, as if we needed more to think about though, right? So how are you trading in 2021? Are you buying? Are you longing or shorting? Let me know down below. Personally, I'm still slowly accumulating, which I've made pretty apparent to everybody. I think 2021 could be an exceptionally great year for crypto. Hopefully, if we do get that Bitcoin ETF approved, even though we don't really need one. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon.